Hey, it's Robert here from robertcbrown.online. Hope you're having a fabulous day wherever you are in the world today. Now, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the subconscious mind versus the conscious mind. Very important topic for discussion if you want to have everything that you desire for yourself in life. So stick around. But before we get stuck into all of that, why not go ahead and subscribe to the channel, like this video, because I'm sure you're going to like it, and also don't forget to click the bell icon so you get notified each and every time I do one of these videos. So with all of that good housekeeping out of the way, are you buckled up, ready to get going? Let's get stuck in. Okay, so here's the thing. Most of the time, all of us wander through life kind of navigating our way from day to day, situation to situation, using nothing but the logical conscious mind. Those logical level thought processes, which incidentally are exactly where we create all of the problems and challenges that we face in life. The crazy thing is that we go back to that level of thought, that level of intelligence, to try to fix what's wrong. And it's the wrong thing to do, because essentially what you need to do is you need to access a higher level of intelligence than that which you created the problem with in order to fix the situation. Does that make sense? I hope so. But what I've done is I've created a little drawn a little picture out, which I'll show you in a second, because I think sometimes pictures work better than words to explain certain things. But in fact, I'll tell you what, I'll drag it over now. It'd be easier than me talking through it, then going through it again. Okay, if we take the example of an iceberg, hopefully you can see this clearly enough. If you take the example of an iceberg, you can see right there at the tip, if I can do this, is about 5% of who you are is actually the tip of the iceberg, which is your conscious mind, your conscious logical thought processes. That for the 5% of who you are is how you predominantly navigate your way through your life experience, right? Whilst 95% of who you are is your subconscious mind. Now that's where things like your core beliefs reside, the reticular activation system, more on that in a second, but it's where you'll find inspiration, all of that sort of stuff. That's really who you really are. The major part of who you really are. Now, it stands to reason, doesn't it, that if up here you're saying, I want this, I want to do this, I want to go there, blah, 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 but down here, it's contradicting everything you're saying to yourself up here, well, it ain't ever going to happen. You're going to, on some level, this is going to create a situation where you will do something to sabotage what it is that you consciously want for yourself up there, because it doesn't resonate with who you really are. Oftentimes we'll make decisions in the logical thought process area from ego. That's where ego lives, right? It might be because we feel it's what we should do, or we might want to impress other people, or whatever the motive. It doesn't really matter, but quite often it's so different from who we really are and what we genuinely want for ourselves here. And I'm telling you that once you align yourself with what's going on here and even further below, which I'll come to in a minute, that's a very, very powerful thing to be, or place to be. Now, let me just go back to the reticular activation system before I come on to this part here. The reticular activation system essentially goes out into your world and seeks evidence for that which you believe, okay? So here's the thing. If you're constantly thinking things up here on a negative loop all the time, over a period of time, this will start to filter down into your subconscious and actually will become a part of your belief system. Then that happens because the reticular activation system has gone out to seek evidence to support what it is you're saying to yourself and what you're thinking. You see, your subconscious mind won't question your motives. It won't question what you say. It won't question the circumstances that you're stating to be a fact, or the belief or the thought that you're believing or thinking. It will just take it down and go, okay, Well, that must be true, so let's go out and seek some evidence to support that. And then once we get that evidence, we're going to create a belief, which will go to make up who you are, how you feel, what you can achieve, all of that good stuff. So you can see the importance of monitoring what you feed into your subconscious mind. Here's the thing though, the problem is also the cure. Because once you're aware of that, you can start consciously feeding better stuff into your subconscious. This little sucker over here, the reticular activation system, will still go out there to find evidence to support that which you want. Now, here's the thing, two things that can happen with people and why they fall off the wagon. Number one, this takes conscious effort. You have to do it for a while. You don't undo the habits of a lifetime in 5 minutes flat. It takes a while. You need to form new habits, new habitual thought patterns that eventually eke down into your subconscious and become your new default setting, your new belief system. But here's the thing, sometimes, because the reticular activation system needs evidence to support it in order to create that new belief, sometimes if you're consciously affirming stuff on the conscious level to feel more positive, more empowered, to do more with your life, be just doing all the right things that everybody tells you to do, but then you get some negative feedback on the conscious level, or something happens to throw you off course on the conscious level, guess what? If you buy into it with enough emotion, that is going to go out there to seek evidence to support it. It now becomes a belief and will throw you off course. This is why it's so important to go to a place where faith lives, essentially. And faith lives in the superconscious, which is your connection to source, your connection to spirit, the part of you that you were before you came into this world and the part that you will return to after you discard your earthly body. Now that might sound a bit woo-woo to you, but it's absolutely true. You see, this on a spiritual level becomes a knowing. It's where faith lives. Faith doesn't need evidence to support what it knows to be true. And what it knows to be true is who you are, what you're all about, your purpose. So when you align yourself with this, then all of a sudden this becomes null and void, it's redundant. And no amount of criticism or negative feedback on the conscious level will ever throw you off. You then become unstoppable. Now that takes work. But effectively, the subconscious mind isn't the be-all and the end-all. It's just a bridge. But if you're living here the majority of your life right now, then right now, concentrate on feeding better stuff into your subconscious mind. And over a period of time, things will start to show in a more favourable light. I'm going to put this down because it's quite awkward, but hopefully you got to see it okay. There it is again. Just quickly see you've got it, and you can screenshot it if you need it. There you go. Right, so you can see the importance of going to work on your inner self, on making sure that you're feeding the right stuff down into your subconscious mind. And as a result of that, over time, what it does is it empowers you on a different level to have more in life. You become more as a person because you elevate yourself as a person. You're capable of doing bigger, better, more. And so you create better results. You have more, and you have more to share with others. It's as simple as that. Effectively, over time, the practice of this, the habitual routines, including affirmations, visualizations, meditations, thinking less, feeling more, all of that will start to align you with who you really are, which is your superconscious. Once you get there, buckle up. It's an exciting ride because you can really design your life any which way you want it to be, and nothing can stop you. Nothing can throw you off course. Why? Because you're aligned with your source. You're connected to the God force, whatever you want to call it. That's what it is. And you become unstoppable. But if you're right up there at the moment in that 5% area, navigating your way through life on the logical, conscious level, then I need to ask you to suspend any disbelief you might have at the moment with all of this stuff I'm talking about. And if your life just ain't working right at the moment, give my way a try. It just might work for you. In fact, I pretty much guarantee if you stick with it, it's going to work for you and your life's going to change. So that's it from me. I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's given you food for thought, and I hope more than anything it stimulates and inspires you into taking some action, to thinking less, feeling more, get in touch with who you really, really are, and creating your life so that it works for you. It works for you so that you get into flow and you don't have to put quite so much effort into life on a daily basis. Remember, happiness should be your default setting. Happiness was how you were born into this world. You were born into this world happy. Anything negative that came along was the result of external stimulus along your journey and how you reacted to that and how you took it on board. But your natural state when you came into this world was to be happy. There was nothing bothering you. And I'm suggesting to you right here and now, you can have that again. You can live life on your terms. You've just got to make the choice to do it, do the work, and commit to sticking with it until the good stuff starts to show up. Because it will. And you deserve it. Alrighty, that's it. I'm going to let you go. It's been a bit longer than I anticipated going on for, but I thoroughly enjoyed it and I hope you've got a lot out of it too. Keep checking in and I'll catch up with you soon. Take care, bye. Whoops! I said I was all done, but then I realised that I didn't mention the fact that I do have a free training. If this stuff has resonated with you and you're an entrepreneur right now who's struggling to scale your business, and what's more, you're starting to feel that you might be the biggest reason why, then you might want to check out my free training. Go along to robertcbrown.online/training, robertcbrown.online/training, and you're going to get a lot of value from that. It's going to open your eyes, probably change the way you look at your life and your business from here on in. And if you put it into practice, what you learn on that training, you can make some real leaps forward with your business too. Hope to see you there. Hope you've enjoyed this video. See you soon.